The Inkey List is a popular brand based out of the UK, and today we're going to discuss 5 products that are ideal to treat hyperpigmentation. We'll go over the types of hyperpigmentation, melanocyte basics, the 5 Inkey products, and the ideal routine. There are many types of hyperpigmentation. Most commonly, we see dark spots after acne. There's also melasma, which is very common amongst women, and also hyperpigmentation from sun exposure in general. To treat hyperpigmentation, we need to target the melanocytes that live at the very bottom of our epidermis. The melanocytes make pigment and they send it up through a sort of highway network to get it to the very top of the skin. For the pigment to get from the very bottom to the very top of the epidermis, it takes 28 days. So it may feel like your new routine isn't working, but in reality, you just haven't seen the results yet. For some conditions, our melanocytes go crazy and they make way too much pigment. And to stop this, we need to focus on the individual melanocyte and stop that pigment from being made. There are 4 major steps to produce pigment. Number 1. The melanocyte needs a blood supply for nutrients and growth factors in order to function. Number 2, there's a critical enzyme called tyrosinase, which is required to make pigment. Number 3, there's an intricate highway network to bring the pigment from the very bottom to the very top of our skin. And number 4, our dead skin cells slough off the top to make way for more pigment. Now, let's intervene in each of these 4 steps in order to stop pigment production. Number 1, tranexamic acid impedes the blood supply from reaching the melanocyte. Number 2, there are many ingredients that can inhibit the tyrosinase enzyme. Hydroquinone is the gold standard, but there's a lot of options. Number 3, we can block the pigment from being able to reach the top of the skin. And number 4, we can increase the sloughing of the dead skin cells to decrease the amount of pigment. When putting together a hyperpigmentation routine, it's best to use ingredients from different steps in order to increase your chance of success. For example, if you're using both azelaic acid and vitamin C, it may be better to use azelaic acid and niacinamide, as then you're inhibiting 2 separate steps instead of just 1. I'd also like to point out our favorite ingredient, retinol, is involved in 3 separate steps, so it's a great bang for your buck kind of ingredient for hyperpigmentation. Now, let's put it all together in a routine from the Inkey List. Luckily, we're going to be able to inhibit all 4 steps with our new routine. Number 1, tranexamic acid comes in a serum from the Inkey List. Number 2, vitamin C, one of our favorite things to use in the morning. Number 3, licorice extract is in their fulvic acid cleanser. Number 4, niacinamide also comes in a serum form. And lastly, our favorite ingredient, retinol, to be used at night. So let's put it all together into a morning and nighttime routine. In the mornings, we love vitamin C, and you can add tranexamic acid as well. For the cleanser, you can incorporate this into your routine, whether you like to cleanse in the morning or at night. It's up to you. And at night, if you're sensitive, you can break this up into an alternating routine of niacinamide on one night, retinol on the other night, or if your skin is not so sensitive, you can use these both on the same night. As you can see, we've stopped all 4 pigment production steps with our new routine.